gonna do mid-segment, finding x day one. This is, so yesterday when we were doing them, they kind of either gave us a line segment or we essentially had to do what? If we had a smaller one, what would we do to the bigger one?
Double it.
We doubled it, okay? And that really means multiply it by 2. Okay, that's what double means. And so today they're giving us these things with variables, and on the scale of hardness, I would say yesterday was definitely the easiest, right? It's pretty easy. Today goes up a level, and then we have one more level after that, okay? So I think it'll be all right. It is a little bit more algebra, so take it easy, do your steps, okay? So we have this triangle here, and it's really kind of a triangle inside of a triangle, okay? And so when we look at this, it's the same. So if this one, the smaller one, was 4, we could say, what would the bigger one have to be? If this one was 4, what would the bigger one have to be? 8, okay? So how do we get from 4 to 8? We multiplied it by 2. And so it works the same when we have variables mixed in there. So our smaller one is x plus 16. Okay? And what's our bigger one? Duh, nobody has. Is x plus 26. What do we need to do to the bigger one in order to equal the smaller one? What do we need to do to the smaller one to get the bigger one?
Double it.
Double it. Okay, so this one is the smaller one, which means we need to double it. Now you could say that those are equivalent. And if you look at it in terms of just plain numbers like we did before, this one was 4 and this one was 8. So you would have to multiply the smaller one by 2. Well, what's 2 times 4? 8, and our bigger one's 8. Okay, so that's going to be your first step, is to double the smaller one. Okay, on every single problem, you're going to need to figure out which one is smaller and double it. Okay, well, now we got this algebra set up here, and we need to distribute this 2 because it's 2 times x plus 16. So what is 2 times x?
2x.
2x. 2 times 16 is going to be plus 32. And on the other side, we didn't change anything, so we're still going to have x plus 26. Okay? Now, where do letters go? Letters go on the left. Letters go on the left, remember? So we have the left, and letters start with an L, so our letters are always going to move to the left, okay? And our numbers always go on the right side. So we're on the left side of the equal sign. Does the 2x need moved? No, it's already on the left. What about the 32? Is it a letter or a number? It's got to move. How do I move a plus 32?
Minus 32.
Minus 32. And what does it have to go under? The x or the 26 on the other side? 26. So you're saying minus 32. Okay? And you can do multi-step at the same time. Everything should have something under it, but if you want to do it slower pieces, you totally can. So these ones are going to cross out. So on the left, I got 2x equals, and now we're on the right, x plus, well, what is 26 minus 32? Negative 6. So you're going to have 2x equals x minus 6. Okay? So are all of our letters on the left and all of our numbers on the right? Not a trick question. Okay, we have left and we have the right. Are there? No, there's not. Okay, so this x also needs moved. You should be moving x's over and numbers over this way. So you're going to say minus x, and you can put minus 1x. It's the same thing. Okay, and so these ones cancel, and so 2 minus 1, 1x equals, and over here I got a negative 6. What's your last step always?
Divide.
Divide. Okay, 1 does not change anything, but I would just get in the habit of doing it. Divide by 1. So over here we're left with x equals negative 6. Okay, and so later on when we do these, you would have to plug that x back in and figure out what is the one, what is the other one in terms of numbers. But today we're just working on getting to the x value. Okay? So look at 3. Which one is the bigger one? Which one is the smaller one? So I got x plus 4 and 3x. Which one's bigger? Huh? Huh? So we have this one is this size, and we have this one is this size. So 3x. So we got, it always goes the big and then 2 times the small. Okay, that's going to be your form. So 2 times the small is going to be x plus 4. And our big is what? What's our big one? 3x. Okay, our next step always is going to be to distribute. Okay, we got 2 parentheses, x plus 4 close parentheses. So I need to distribute this 2 to each piece. So what is 2 times x?
2x.
2 times 4?
8.
8. And then the other side, we have not changed anything yet. Okay. So go through your form. Letters go on the left. So 2x, is that a letter or a number?
Letter.
It's a letter. It's got a letter in it, then it's a letter. 8, letter or number? Number, so it needs to be moved. How do I move a plus 8?
Minus 8.
Minus 8. Where do I put it? On the other side.
On the right.
So can I put it under this 3x?
No.
No, because there's a letter with it. So just put it all off to the, like where there would be a number, okay? So we're going to have 2x equals 3x minus 8. Okay, so let's look on the left again. So on the left, I got 2x. Is that a letter or number?
Letter.
Letter, so it stays. Boom, I hit the right side of the equation. So 3x, does it need moved? Yeah, because it's a letter. Okay, and so I'm going to say minus 3x minus 3x. So I'm going to have negative 1x equals negative 8.
Divide.
Yep, and then we always divide at the very last step. We're going to say divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. So you're going to have x equals, and it's going to be 8. Okay? Making sense, kind of, a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. You usually have a harder time with like all the algebra steps, so don't worry.
Alright.
I'm not hating, that's just facts. Once you get the steps down, you're golden. But I just,
Yeah.
you're more of a procedural. Step 1, step 2, step 3. So, all right. If we look at this one, it's always going to be 2 times the small is going to equal the big. Okay? So which one is the small one? 5 plus x. So it's going to be 2 parentheses 5 plus x equals, our big one is 4 plus 3x. Okay, we got 2 times the small equals the big. Okay? So what's our next step?
Distribute.
Distribute and or multiply. Okay, so it's going to be 2 times 5,
10.
10, and 2 times x,
2x.
2x. On the other side, we haven't changed anything. It's still 4 plus 3x. Alright? What's our next step?
We have to move the letters and numbers.
Letters and numbers, okay? So, let's just start looking. 10, does that need moved? Yeah.
It has to be on the right.
So we're going to say minus 10. Do I put it under the 4 or under the 3x?
4.
Under the 4, so you can say minus 10. Okay, both sides, and this one I'm going to do kind of same time. Okay, what else needs moved?
The letters.
The letters need moved. Okay, what letter needs moved?
X.
The 3x. Okay, so we're going to say minus 3x, minus 3x. Notice how I have 2 x's on both sides. Okay, so if you want to like kind of skip a step and not have to do the math and then do the next step, you totally can. So I have an x here and I have an x here. I moved a number and I moved a letter. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so 2 minus 3x,
1x.
negative 1x. 4 minus 10,
Negative 6.
negative 6. So I got negative 1 minus, or equals negative 6. What's our last step
Divide.
always? Divide. So divide by negative 1. Divide by negative 1. So I'm going to have x equals, what's a negative divided by a negative?
Positive
So 6 divided by 1,
is 6.
6.
So for like number 6, it says like 2x minus 12, and then negative 16 plus 2x. Like, wouldn't it be? I'm trying.